Buongiorno ragazzi di Milano. Today I will tell you what we can learn about success from Leonardo Da Vinci. For many people, Milan is one of the world's capitals of fashion. But for me, it is mainly the city of Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest personalities of last millennium, extraordinary individualist and a universal genius. As it happens, I am in Milan right now, and it is a good coincidence because I want to comment on some of the messages I get via email, and they reflect a very strange life attitude which I would like to correct. Ask yourself how often it happens to you that you say, I hope, or hopefully, I hope it won't rain tomorrow. I hope the economy gets better. I hope, or hopefully, I will get a raise. Hopefully they will choose me. Hopefully I will win in a lottery. How often does it happen to you that you wait for a better state of a world, for something to improve without your involvement in it? Hopefully they will lower the taxes so I will be able to start my business. How often do you wait for events to happen and your life to get better? How often do you excuse your defeats by external circumstances or by the actions of others? All of that is a victim attitude to life. Victims think life happens to them. Their lives are the product of their circumstances. And they always have somebody to blame, or some events or some circumstances to blame for what happens to them, for their fate. On the other hand, successful people, they realize they have it in their hands. They want to create their life. The life doesn't happen to them. They create it. They create their fate. They are not the flag in the wind. They are the wind. So why is it good that I am in Milan right now? Well, behind me you can see the castle of the Sforza family. And they invited Leonardo da Vinci here to live here in Milan as a guest in this castle, and he lived here for 17 years, so a long period of time. And as you know, Leonardo da Vinci is a great individualist and one of the probably greatest universal geniuses of all times. I want to read for you the list of his occupations because I can't memorize it. Of course, he was a polymath. He was an inventor, a painter, a sculptor, an architect, musician, mathematician, engineer, writer, autonomist, geologist, astronomer, botanist, historian and cartographer. And he wasn't just average in that. He was great or outrageously successful in each of these occupations. He has produced some of the most famous paintings of all times, like Mona Lisa, like The Last Supper. By the way, you can visit the church Santa Maria della Croce here in Milan and see The Last Supper. It has been created here. And also, you may know it by name, but you will certainly know the picture. The Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci is omnipresent nowadays. And Leonardo da Vinci noticed something that is very similar, or it is actually an essence of what I was telling you right now. And I will read it to you. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. So this is what I have told you in a nutshell, right? Don't wait for things to happen to you, and don't accept things happening to you. Go out and take action. Go out and make things happen. And that's how you can become successful. And that realization Leonardo had early in his life is probably one of the reasons why he became so extremely successful with everything he did. Remember, it's 400 years since he died, and we still admire him. We learn about him at schools, and he is still the synonym of a genius, right? To say Leonardo da Vinci is a synonym of a genius. So how can you switch from a victim perspective to the perspective of somebody who creates his life? First of all, I think attention is the right method. Pay attention to the language you talk to yourself, or you think, or you talk about the events in your life. Every time you say I hope or hopefully, or you use the word they in an impersonal form, like if they lowered the taxes, if they only let me in, I would do that, or something else. If they didn't let in so many immigrants, I would certainly have a job. So wherever you use these expressions or you blame external circumstances, well, I didn't manage to do that because it was snowing, or it was too cold to do that, or because of the low economy we were bankrupt pretty quickly, or the conditions changed and we didn't make it. Whenever you use these expressions or this mode of thinking, you need to pay attention to that and realize this is a victim thinking, and try to change the perspective. For example, instead of saying it was too hot, it wasn't possible for me to finish that race, you could say it was too hot and I didn't prepare, I ran out of water, and that's why I didn't finish that race. Or it was too hot and I wasn't prepared enough and I didn't make it, right? Or I was too weak to finish that race, right? So seek blame in yourself and see yourself as the creator of what happens, and not somebody else or outer or external circumstances. I recommend you to visit Milan. It's a wonderful city, great atmosphere, cultural, culinary, and of course, inspirational experience. That's it from Milan. If you want to learn more about successful attitudes for your life, you can subscribe here, or here you will watch one of my favorite videos.